when were you born, and what year and what city?
I was born in 1902. Carini, province of Palermo, Sicily. My mother, during the World War was one, they was taken boys 16 for the back line for carrying food and stuff. She decided to ship me to America to her sister. So they made the arrangement. I was a boy. I didn't know nothing. My daddy had to bring me. I was supposed to sail on the 3rd of July. And that boat was sunk by the U-boat. So we made it on the... Wait a minute. Can you correct that? They made all the arrangements and was supposed to sail 1st of July. For some reason or other, I didn't get on that boat. And the Germans sunk that boat, and there was only one in the Mediterranean Sea. Then we sailed on the 3rd. At night, no light aloft, nobody could come match. The boat was going real close to the African coast.
Had to keep the boat dark so the Germans wouldn't see the boat.
Dark all the way through. And we saw mattress, boards, floating on the ocean. We saw all kinds of stuff float.
From other boats that were sunk?
And from the boat that had sunk. And the 2 French plane was flying all over their head. And people got scared. They started crying. As a boy, I wasn't that scared about it. I don't remember what I did. And we got to New York. Then we had to stop at the Statue of Liberty because we didn't have our people. Wasn't there to pick us up.
What was the feeling like on the boat when they first saw the Statue of Liberty? Do you remember the feeling, or what you saw first, or what people were saying, or?
People was crying.
Because they were happy?
I was happy. And,
because had you even seen a picture of the Statue of Liberty before?
No.
You had no idea what it would look like?
No idea what it looked like. And, since they had nobody to pick us up, we had to mail the people our address when we would destinate where we was, and it took them 3 days before we got there.
Do you remember the date when you got there? Or how long did it take to get from?
I think it was 11 days, 10 or 11 days actually.
Okay, so it's about the middle of July then, 15th of July. So.
Yeah. So we stayed in Brooklyn or New York, whatever it was, I don't remember.
In 1917, this would have been. You were 15 years old.
1917. And then we came to Cincinnati. To our mother's sister and family.
How much English did you know when you got here?
Like what?
How much language did you know when you got
I
here?
know nothing. But I knew numbers. I knew the money right away.
Here.
And I picked up some friends right away, friends about my age. They could speak part of the Italian I could understand, and I got by.
Friends that were in New York or
Here.
Cincinnati?
And I got by. Then I had a cousin in the produce business. I helped him on Saturday and sometime Friday, sometime Saturday, both days. Then I got selling the chip bags for the people. Put a little bag in it. We didn't have no big bag at the time. My friend was doing it. I see he was making money, so I got in it. I was making money.
These are like reusable bags?
No, brand new little bag. You know,
like baskets, more like, or?
But the bag we carry it. We bought the chip basket, 2-handle chip basket.
Right.
This way the people could put half a dozen bags in it, but all could.
Oh, I see. All right.
And we sold them. I made money.
She loved
My cousin bought them from me, and I knew the money. And the most experience I had, the drilling afterwards, was not drilling when I first had it. My cousins put me on their little push cart, some cantaloupes, at corner 6th Central Avenue.
Oh, it'd be an hour.
6th and Central. All right. That's, I know where
He
that's
went
at.
home to get cleaned up because he was not married to my cousin. Was engaged. He said, I go home, I get cleaned up and put the stuff away. He was not supposed to stand still, the law, according to the law, he had to move. So two great big policemen, to me they looked tremendous, with a big long stick. They hit the push cart.
Mhm.
They hit the push cart and melons was dime a piece.
Mhm.
They hit it again, it was 15 cents a piece, and then a different lock. And they were telling me to move. A friend of mine was laughing so hard, he couldn't tell me what they was telling me.
So you didn't understand.
I didn't understand what they're saying. All I was given the price what I had.
Right. Oh, I see. When they hit the push cart, you said 10 cents.
Whatever they hit, the pile they hit, I'd give the price.
Can you remember if they were getting mad at you or were they making fun?
I was laughing.
Okay, they were making fun of you.
In the meantime, my cousin come around the corner. He said, he just landed last week. He said, he's in business already.
It's like, wham, 10 cents.
That's it.
Wham, 15 cents. That's a good story. But you were scared? You didn't know? Or you?
No, I wasn't scared. No, I've never been scared. And from that on, keep yugging. That's long. A lot of experience in life. We're talking about these great, these different type of people. Boy, I met many of them. That could have went wrong many a time. But our Lord kept me straight. And I met a beautiful girl, and she married me, and we had the best life in the world.
Now, how old were you when you met Kay?
Well, probably 19.
So you'd only been here 4 years. 3 or 4 years.
I'm married in 1925, so that's
So that'd be 23 years old. So you met her when you were 19 and you...
Mhm.
What were you doing when you met her? What business?
I got into produce business in Avondale.
Working for your cousin?
My cousin and I got together and started a fruit store. He did the buying, I did the selling. And that was Depression time. I'm telling you, I've seen quite a few poor people begging. I mean, begging for life or death.
Sure.
I'll never forget those days. I never let nobody go hungry. I always fill up a bag for them.
Explain to somebody like Robert when you say depression, how would you explain that to somebody who'd never lived through it, Noni?
The what?
What the when you say you saw poor people, what, explain,
Depression?
yeah.
Well, the mother be carrying a baby in her arms, maybe another one on her hand, different shoes, different clothes, color, don't match of anything. Somebody's sandals, some without feet. It was really poor. Really poor.
Like,
Had clothes with patches on.
yeah.
There's some people that really need a all I want is a living, something to eat.
No, it's got it.
Thank God I was able to help some, just a little, but something.
But if you want $20.
What do you remember the most about growing up in Italy?
What up in Italy?
Do you remember how you felt when your mom said you're going to go to a different country, or were you too young to understand what a big change that was going to be?
Oh, growing up in Italy was very nice because my mother and father fairly decent living. They had some land. They had a wonderful time.
They had orchards?
Yeah, all kinds. The orchard over there, a small plot, into 2 or 3 acres, 4 acres. Different part of Italy. Different part of Sicily. You're not taking a picture, are you?
Yeah, but that's all right. Go ahead.
I'd be a good man. You can make yourself would be a bad thing. You had to be strong. I was strong. You know what? It's, you're gonna stop it. I've been sitting and watching a show like this. Somebody on the side. Just give up a move. And not, I mean, quite a few times that have, you're not taking it. Quite a few times. Then we didn't have a shower or bathroom. We only had a toilet that day. And you had a tub, but you sponge yourself. That's all you could do. See, then we went to the ocean, got cleaned up pretty good. All the time.
The Mediterranean Ocean?
Huh?
Mediterranean Ocean?
Yeah. Warm.
Taking a bath?
Yeah, but it's hard. I couldn't get used to it. In that shot, every time I take a bath like that, I go, water be all over the floor. I created a lot of work for my relations, and that was self-independent. I didn't want to, I want to do it myself, right? So on Republic Street,
Okay.
in Cincinnati, near Liberty, Republic is a street, Republic Mall. They used to have baths that you pay so much, and you get a shower.
Public bathhouse.
Uh-huh. So I used to go there quite often. And I have a stall that you go in, nobody can touch you. But this fall off the ground. And the guy reach over and take your foot. Not only once, but it happened quite a few times. Quite a few times.
How much did it cost to take a shower in a public shower?
I don't know what it was. Very cheap.
A nickel?
I don't remember, but it was very steep.
Because nobody had hot water in their house. Most people didn't have hot water at their.
I think we had hot water, but we didn't have a facility. The house was not built for that.
They didn't have showers or baths in them. You had a wash basin like a thing.
Yeah, one basin. The toilet wasn't like we have now. Only just a door. No. It just wasn't built for that. It's all they did is sponge. And honey, it's
So you're saying these gay people would try to pick you up?
sure. We had them then, as many as we got now, but they was not open like they are now.
Right.
But look how many young boys that can pick up like that. If it's not strong enough. Yeah, just have to. A temptation, there's a lot of temptation. I had a lot of temptation in at least. Same thing. It's like the same thing. And it was easy for them, for us, if you want to get back. You live in the city. You go 2 blocks, 4 blocks this way in this country. You go 4 or 5 blocks that way in this country.
It does that.
That's in Italy?
Sure. Because there was only 30,000 people in that
Yeah,
town. Of
small.
course, some place was wider than another.
Yeah.
But you could find country and boys used to get together. I went once to see what they was doing.
What do you do?
I want to see. I'm a nosy guy when it comes to that. I want to see what they have applied. I went, but they knew nothing. When I seen that, I said, "That's it. That's it. They couldn't talk me to it."
How about
That was not human being stuff. That's not man. That's animals. That's animals.
alcohol or drugs or cigarettes? No.
Well, we had problem with cigarettes. We used to dry our own.
Tobacco?
You get this Canadian crystal, they call it Canadian crystal. The flower, beautiful flower.
Chrysanthemum?
I got him in the backyard. I can come to you. It's like a little sunflower thing.
Yeah.
And we pull that out and dry it. Then we buy the paper and roll our own.
In Italy or over here?
In Italy. Oh yeah, I bought them. And they roll our own. And we have, like I said, a piece of country here, a piece of country there. And the city, they're plot around. It was on the mountainside. I used to love to go there because we have beautiful cherries. And we had a one rose velvet plant on the corner of it's a terrace, see, and you go up so many steps and you got a flat. You go up so many steps, you got a flat. And this rose, I used to love it. The velvet color and always blooming. She's still taking it, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Keep going.
And this boy friend of mine I had, we decided to climb a cherry tree and eat some cherries. And when I woke, I must fell down off the tree. I was laying on the ground. I woke up. He wasn't there. Nobody was there. I don't know what I was for a minute. And my clothes was all wet.
They notice she's gone and cut every morning. And then that big
Look around.
church.
What they got.
Right.
But it's somewhere, it's a yearly, but
Oh, I see. You wet your pants. And scared your friend probably. He thought something was wrong when you
that was the end of my cigarette smoke.
Oh, I see. That's a good story.
That was the end of my cigarette smoking. That was the end of my friend too. After I got a new friend.
What was the hardest thing, Noni, when you got here to get used to in America? I mean, what was the hardest thing to?
I don't think it was anything hard.
Nothing struck you as a strange custom, or
Nope.
these Americans are odd, or something? Or?
No, nothing.
You were just-
mixed with the people in a hurry. In fact, the first job I got was an odd shoe boy at Crippen North Building, Sycamore Street, on the top floor.
What was the name of the building? What was the name of the building?
Crippen North.
Okay.
They used to make these high shoes for the girls.
Yeah, on Sycamore Street.
Yeah, right across from the church there. Little,
Oh, okay. Yeah, St. Xavier now. Or,
yeah, little more north.
I know what you mean.
And they had 200, 300, 400 pairs of shoes come up there. Anything short, I had to find it. Whatever stopped, I had to find where the shoe was. Either I had to start it from scratch and make a new one, or
Big and blue.
they let the guy buy it for the cost.
So you were checking for defects in the shoes, or you were repairing the shoes, or were you checking the quality control?
If say if there's 100 pairs of shoes come to the floor,
Right.
there was a lot. Well, if it was 99, I had to find a pair.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, by the date that shoe had been shipped,
I see.
I had to have it ready to go down to get packed.
Right.
That was my responsibility. The whole floor was my responsibility of shoes. The first job I got.
And weren't you doing produce anymore?
I was going on Friday, on Saturday only.
Oh, okay. That was weekends.
Yeah, weekend. And, well, I wasn't making enough money. I went to Stearns and Hour on the canal, right opposite where the Auto Club is now.
Yeah, right there at Central Parkway and Central
And I
Avenue.
got to make more money there, but it's a place that was filthy.
What'd they do there?
Shoes.
Oh, more shoes.
Yeah. I was on the finishing floor because I knew how to do the finishing stuff.
All right. Now, is that a trade you learned in Italy, or
That's
you?
where I learned America. It's real. A disease. Any kind of disease you
Oh,
want,
okay.
man disease you wanted. There was one woman there,
Uh-oh.
and she was an angel. So me and 3 other boys talking to us about the disease and all that stuff.
Right.
We could see it. And from there, I learned to learn the machine shop. Bay and Egan.
Yeah? And where were they
My
located?
daddy wanted me to learn the machine shop. So he went back with me
How long did your daddy stay here? A year?
when the wars ended. I don't know.
Oh, okay. A couple years.
Well, what is it? We come in 17, so the war ended 18, wasn't it?
Did it? 18 or 19? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, when the war ended, he went back.
Who was taking care of your mom while he was here?
She's taking care of herself. The other children's here.
You had brothers and sisters there still?
Yeah, I had 3 brothers and a sister there.
Okay. How come? Because you were the right age to go to the war.
Yeah, she didn't want me to go to
The other ones were older or younger?
younger. All younger. I was the oldest.
All right.
So he went back.
And he never came back.
Oh, he didn't want to stay here at all. He didn't like America. He was working Pollock steel for $1 a day. I was making $15, $20 a week on the Saturday only, Friday and Saturday only.
How come you didn't like America?
Well, because he had a beautiful life in Italy. Why should stay
Oh,
here?
okay.
Work hard and
Yeah.
pull up steel, get burned up.
Right. Why be a laborer here when he could be a
That's right. He'd be a boss over there.
boss, middle class,
Yeah, middle class.
comfortable living over there? Okay.
Right. And everything was altogether different over there. The water here was muddy when we come here. Was drinkable,
Right.
but wasn't clear.
Right.
But we was used to spring water in it.
Right.
That's the most thing we hated. Of course, to me, it didn't make much difference. I didn't know that much.
Right. You were at a good age. You could adjust to everything that was going on.
Hmm?
You were at a good age. You could adjust to everything.
Oh, I adjusted to everything. So, it's all right. I had a wonderful life all the way through because I've been pretty active. When I was a boy in Italy, I didn't get spending money. My spending money was when there was a storm and the crops was big. They had to
Sunday.
for instance, almonds, walnuts. You get a storm, a lot of them are getting knocked down. Well, you go picking, they go selling. That was my spending.
Before they would rot, before they would go bad.
Yeah.
Right.
And orange, lemons, the same way. The storm comes along, knock some down, you go pick it, clear the ground, and they get money because they sell it. Then no storms, no nothing, and not even spending money, I found something to cut and wild and then sell it. Make paint and stuff. I always had spending money.
So how'd you decide to open your own business?
Well, it was a store for rent in Avondale. And my cousin, which is my godfather, he had been back from the war because he got caught mentally in the war.
What was his name?
Sammy Gambino.
Sammy Gambino?
Yeah.
All right.
He was working for Commission House. And there was 2 stores in Avondale that would buy anything at any price.
Produce?
Good produce. So he told me to come up and look at the location for the store for rent up there.
Do you remember what the address was?
Hmm?
Do you remember what the address was?
Yeah. It's, well, I don't remember the number, but it's,
What block?
yeah, or between Forest and Rockdale,
On Reading.
Reading Road. And Ryan Burnett car was the end of the line.
Streetcar.
Streetcar was at the end of the line there.
Right.
Rockdale was the end of the line.
Right.
So I got it the night, I got up there, and I walk around. The street was deserted, but the street was packed with such a car. I couldn't find out where these people was.
Streetcars or?
Electric car. Electric machine.
Yeah. Electric automobiles.
Yeah, electric
But you
automobile.
didn't know where all the people were that belonged to those cars.
Yeah, I couldn't see where the people were. The car was never couldn't find where the people were.
Church?
So I walked them down the street till I find out
What's
there's a nice swing parlor. Fairly good size.
Ah.
I would say a rough guess was 100 by 100, deep or maybe wider. It was full with people eating ice cream.
Oh.
They would decide that few doors from the store was for rent. And it was a lot of money in them days, $150 a month.
No, God. This was on Reading Road, too.
Yeah. But my cousin said, let's go. So we got a few dollars together. We bought a used truck. And we started. He had credit. Bought a few pieces of lumber. Made our own stand.
What year would have this been?
Well, then 20, I'm married.
1920?
Yeah, right after the war, the year after the war. 1919, 1920.
Okay.
We put up our own stand. He send the merchandise up. Half of the time, we forgot to send the bills. I had to use my imagination what to sell it for.
Okay, you didn't send a bill, so you didn't know what you were buying it for. You didn't know how much to mark it up, right?
Yeah. I had to go from day before, a week before.
Right.
But thank God we managed to make money.
So how long?
Then he went back to Italy because his wife was from Italy. She didn't like to stay here. And I took another partner. We turned out to be a gambler.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
He wasn't a relative.
No relatives. It was an Italian boy. But I don't know.
He was a fast
Scavo was his name, second name, but the first name I forgot.
talker, but a gambler.
He was a good boy, a very good boy, but the horse got a hold of him. He couldn't resist it. He couldn't control himself. So I figured before I had any trouble with him, but he couldn't buy me out, and I didn't want to. He didn't want to buy me out. They didn't want to sell me a share. So I made him move, look around, and that's why I went over. That was the best thing I ever done.
Where else did you look?
all over Cincinnati. Western Hill,
Yeah.
Price Hill, and Pleasant Ridge, everywhere.
What did you like about Wyoming? Do you remember?
Because I liked the store because the store was big one at the time when I went there. The store was nice and big. People Realty.
People Realty.
People Realty used to own it.
Uh-huh.
And they had a store there.
Kind of store? Grocery store?
A complete market.
Like what you had.
Yeah, I opened a complete market.
Right.
When I approached the man, he had too many buyers, too many people wanted the store. AMP wanted, Dot wanted, and some of the brothers, I forgot the name of it, some other people wanted. So I was just the youngest of the bunch. He didn't like me that much, I guess, so I missed out on it. 10 months later.
10 months.
10 months later.
Still looking around.
Still looking around.
Still doing business in Avondale.
Yeah, still business.
Still putting up with a goofy partner.
Well, I try to control him. I couldn't do much good, but I try to control him.
All right.
A salesman for Doc Jansen said, Joey, so you're interested in that store? Yeah, that's going to be for rent. AMP can't make it. He said, yeah. Sam. He said, well, it's out down my boss. He said, they're good friends of the man. I said, call him up. Tell him that you're going to call him. So I called his boss, Gus Jansen. From the Jansen Grocery.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I would like to have that store. I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'll make a day for you in the apartment. We'll meet the guy. Well, he made a day for me and I wrote my own lease. 5 years.
Option to purchase or just lease?
Option to purchase. But he had sold a piece in the meantime. So I couldn't get the whole thing. When a year later I bought it.
Oh.
So,
The drugstore?
Hmm?
He'd sold the drugstore or sold...
the drugstore, he had sold the drugstore. But see that, he said, all right, it was an option for the drugstore for so many years, you could drive in the back. And the guy, they said, do you want it with that option? I said, yeah, yes, I wanted it. As long as it expires, I said, that's all I worry about. As long as it expires. So it expired so many years and all that. I've been in Wyoming since 1937. And that'll be 90 next month.
That's great. Well, let me think.
In 3 months,
You had a 5-year option, but you knew within a year that you could make it.
you know, I knew long before that. You just know your business.
Right. Weren't you a little scared doing the complete grocery as opposed to just doing produce?
I wasn't scared at all. I put every nickel I had in it.
But you knew Jansen was going to help you.
When I got the location, I had the year, I spent every nickel that I made. I tried everything new. I was broke. But I knew I could make it.
How'd the people of Wyoming treat this little Italian boy?
Well, they had some kind of a group. You always have a certain section that they liked me, but they didn't like the idea of that store there. And I broke that down in a hurry with kindness.
You were about 25 then.
No, 37. No, I was 35.
Oh, okay. So you worked in Avondale from 1920, though,
19. Well, came here in 37.
into Wyoming.
Yeah,
But from 1920 till 1937
yeah,
in Avondale, that's a long time. That's 17 years.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you married Donnie Kay in 27?
you what?
When did you marry?
22, 25.
25. So you lived and worked in Avondale with Kay.
1925, December the 14th. And we on the prettiest day that you want to say. We went on the shirt sleeve, coats off and everything.
Oh, yeah?